Hey, it's Jackie Osluzio. In this video, I'm going to show how to create one of these accordion style grids. So basically, it's a subset of articles that are displayed in a collapsible fashion on the same page of other content on the site. This is different than a picture grid layout, and I'll be sure to just note the difference between those, especially in the way it's set up on this site and most of our websites. So first, I want to be sure that I have a folder for these items to live in, a category. Um, yeah, it's usually called a category. So if you can look through this list, you can see I've got several that are called accordion and a couple that are called grid. And the word items is an indicator that they're grouped in a way that they're displayed um, through, I guess I'm going to say through a module. It's not very often that it's otherwise it's just page content usually is, and those are usually dispersed throughout different pages of the website. So we've got that going on. So first I'm going to create a new um, simple accordion items category. So I'm going to click save and close. Again, that's in this view, and now that's available at the bottom of my list. It's going to be good to go ahead and throw something in there. So I'm going to go to articles. I'm going to cheat and use a couple of things that I have in my trash can, so I don't have to make something new. So first I'm going to set these to unpublish, go look at the unpublished ones, and then go grab them again. I probably could have set them to publish. I just don't want to have to hunt them down here in a little bit. And I'm going to batch move them to that category, sample accordion items, process, going to move them. I can see them in that category. I'm going to go ahead and set them to publish. If I look inside of one of these articles, the best way to make, and I want some content here. I'm using something, dear Noster. I'm using something called an auto hotkey, and it just allows me to type a few letters or characters and then gives me some filler text based on something I've set up in the past. So I have at least one of these articles have text about them, but I've got 4 published articles. Where do I go next? There's going to be, I want to go to the module manager, and then I would probably look up accordions. And the best thing to do here, if I can spell it correctly, is to open one of these up and choose Save As Copy. I'm going to go ahead and rename that sample accordion. I need to change the category inside the particle, and this is under articles, sample accordion items. Choose apply and go ahead and publish that. And right now it's menu assignment can be one of two things. I can assign it to the menu item and set its position to be content bottom A over here. So let's go ahead and pick one that does not have one on the page already. And it's not going to work with one that has these pictures across. I attempted to try that on the discernment one, and they did not go together. Discernment is missing its grid. Okay, I should look into that. So I'll go patronesses. So the sample is going to go at the bottom of this page. So my first option, my module class suffix is important, otherwise it won't display correctly. So I'm going to assign this to the patronesses page, and my assignment category or my position over there in the is content bottom A. If I refresh that, I now have this series of articles as an accordion at the bottom of this page. So something else I've been meaning to do with that as sample is then I might name it to match whatever page it's assigned to. So that's one way to do that. I can also not set the position here and set it to on all pages. And what I would do with this, what I could do then is go back and insert it at the bottom of the patronesses article. use the insert module option. There it is, Patroness's sample accordion. But what the challenge here is I am going to have to work in HTML just a little bit because right now there's no class applied. So it's just going to look like one article after another. It's clickable on this screen. In order to get the class to appear, or to get it to appear the right way, I have to change this from P to div class equals, and then I'm pasting that module class suffix. Where did that come from? That came from this class suffix right here. So I'm just making sure that this applies because it's not set into a position. I have to carry that class into the article. Otherwise, it doesn't recognize that there's a module class suffix for that module. Div. And there, now let me try it again. Save those changes, refresh, and now they have that function, that collapsible function once again. The only thing that's different then with these other grids, so let me go look at these. It's possible that I stole one of these. And instead of choosing save as copy, I just edited and I didn't make a duplicate. I just borrowed it and didn't put it back. So discernment grid items. So I'm setting that back up. This is working in the way of it's being assigned to a page and a position, and it does have a different module class suffix. Why one versus the other? I think as we found as we're editing things that kind of make sense if they're pictures, they might be different articles, but at first it seemed like these should be edited within the FAQ article. So having this module here is going to be a great indicator that there's an accordion, and as long as it's set up this way, which it is at this point in time, it should be easy to distinguish between a grid versus an accordion. But always check your work. I hope you found this helpful. Thanks for watching. Take care and God bless.